Hello everybody, welcome back to Dakota's Political Circle, and today we are doing the Senate prediction video for you guys today. So today is the June Senate prediction video, so this is for the month of June, and I'm going to start with the Democrats, obviously, but for Maine specifically, I just want to talk about Maine. It's supposed to be an independent being in Maine. I'm just going to put Democrat because he does side more with the Democrats. I really don't want to make another thing saying independent. I believe his name is King or something like that. But I do think he's probably going to win that race. So I'm just going to say either Democrat or independent. I'm just going to put Democrat just so it makes it easier. So I don't have to put an independent just to make it complicated for certain viewers that don't understand like what side does he side for? Because obviously independents aren't just independent. Like they side with one side or over the other, obviously. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And let's get into it. So certain things are definitely changed from last month. So you'll definitely see a little bit of a difference in my opinion. And you'll definitely see you'll definitely see a difference in Maryland. I think I put Maryland tilt blue last month. I can't exactly remember, but you'll see where I put it and stack it up and everything. So I'm going to do the safe Dem as first. So let's do Washington, California. And I'm doing California safe because I don't think the Senate race is going to be closer. I thought it was going to get closer before, but after the polling and everything that's been going on, I think the steam's roll has went down for the Republicans. So I just think it's going to be safe blue regardless now. So I just wanted to say that. And Hawaii is going to be safe blue. All of these smaller states will be safe blue. I'm not going to put Maryland though. Maine safe blue. I'm putting Maine safe blue because the person running is an independent, but he does side more with Democrats. So I'm going to say just safe blue because technically he's a Democrat, but he's not. I don't know. I don't want to make it complicated for you guys. New York will be safe blue. Any other states safe blue here? I would say probably not. I'm just going over it just in case. Yeah, I don't think any other states would be safe blue. Okay, now let's do safe red states. So let's do Utah, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, Nebraska in the second Nebraska seat. Missouri, Mississippi, Tennessee, Florida will be safe. Yes, Florida will be safe. And I'm not gonna put Texas safe. You'll see what I put for there because it is Ted Cruz. You got to remember. But I am putting Florida safe. I do think Florida is going to dominate with the Senate race. West Virginia will be safe red easily because Joe Manchin is retiring, obviously, or unless he runs for governor. But either way, it's going to be safe red because of justice. Any other safe red here? I would say Indiana, and maybe I think that's all the safe red. Yes, that's all the safe red in my opinion. Now let's do the likely Dem. Likely Dem, I would put Actually, oh, I almost forgot. Minnesota. I'm going to put safe blue for Minnesota because Minnesota is the lady that is the senator in Minnesota is going to win regardless. Like she is dominating against a Republican based on polling, and I've said this in the past. I think her name's Klobuchar. I think it's Klobuchar. I don't want to be mistaken, but I think that's what her name is. But she is dominating in that race no matter what. So I think it's going to be safe blue, even if Minnesota is close. She is just loved in Minnesota by so many people, so she is going to be safe in Minnesota. Okay, now let's do the likely again. So likely Dem. I don't think there is any likely Dem on here. I don't see any likely Dem. New Mexico could be, but I might make it a little bit closer, possibly. Actually, no, I'm going to put New Mexico in the likely Dem. I think New Mexico is going to be likely Dem. I just don't see them voting out who they have. New Mexico is going to vote for the Dem. I would put it lean, but I don't know. I just don't see it happening. It's just New Mexico is a weird state with how they vote. I think it could be closer, but based on polling and everything, all the sorts, I just think New Mexico is going to be likely. I'm going to say likely for now. But if anything gets closer down the line, I will put lean. But for now, I will put likely. Just to make New Mexico show that they would support their senator more than a Republican, I guess. But it could be closer. You never know. Now let's do... I don't think there's any other likely Dem. So I would say... Now let's do likely Republican. So I'm going to say likely for Texas. The reason being is... Ted Cruz does perform well in elections, but remember, Ted Cruz he performs well in Texas, but he doesn't exceed expectations. Like I don't know. He's just a controversial figure in Texas for a Republican. Now he has good views and stuff like that. It's just the things he does ethically that a lot of people in Texas don't agree with, like the Cancun thing, I guess you could say, and stuff like that. It's just that's the reason a lot of people don't support him. So I'd say it's going to be likely Republican. I don't think it's ever going to be safe Republican because I don't know. He's just. I like Ted Cruz. He's an awesome guy, but he's just not liked by Texas, I guess. They're just going to vote for him because he's a Republican. That's the main reason, and also they support his agenda, but they don't like him how he actually is. And now the other likely, I would say, likely. So the other likely Republican would be, I would say, I don't want to put Ohio because I think it's going to be a little bit closer. I don't think Ohio is going to be likely now. I don't think any others would be likely either. So I'm going to keep that as is. So, okay, now let's do lean Dem. Okay, lean Dem. I would say lean Dem could be... that's a hard one. Okay, I would say lean Dem. I'm going to say lean Dem for Arizona. I don't know. Arizona is just looking like the Senate race isn't going the Republicans' way. I just don't see it happening. It could be closer. I think it could get closer, but based on polling and everything I've seen, Arizona is really pushing for the Dem senator. Now, Arizona could get closer. I think Arizona could get closer. Like, they could. They really could. But for now, I'm just going to say lean Dem. I'm going to say lean Dem for now, but next month it could change to tilt D. I just don't see Arizona putting in a Republican senator. They've tried for a while, and it just doesn't happen. Okay, now another lean Dem. I would say Virginia. I just don't see. I can't exactly remember his name, but I know who he is. But the person that's actually in there has been in there for a while. He isn't going to lose. I just don't see him losing. But I do think it's going to be closer than it normally has been. Even if Trump did win Virginia, I still don't see him winning the Senate race regardless. So I just see that as a lean Virginia. Any other lean Dem I see here? I would say probably not. Actually, yes. This might be likely person. Actually, no, I'll say lean. Lean for PA. So PA is going to be lean. It's just the person that's in there is very liked. I think it's Bob Casey. I can't exactly remember the names. I'm not really great with senators, but I can remember some of them. But PA is going to be lean Dem. The person they put up for Republican isn't a great candidate and stuff like that. So it's just not going to happen. It's really just not going to happen. So I'm going to say lean Dem right there. Any other lean Dem I see? I would say no. So now let's do lean Republican. So Ohio will be one of them. I put Ohio closer because a lot of polling is showing Ohio is going to be a little bit further for the Dem, but I do think Republicans are going to overperform in Ohio like they normally do. But I do think it'll be a little bit closer. They will beat who they have in there. I think it's going to happen. And everyone's going to argue about my Montana pick for safe red. But regardless, Montana is going to go to Sheehy. Like, you just can't argue that. It's not going to be likely. It's not going to be lean. It's going to be a safe red Montana, and it's just going to happen. But for Ohio, I do think it'll be a little bit closer. I think it'll be lean Republican. I believe I had likely last month. So lean Republican for Ohio. I do side with the polls a little bit more on this one, but I do think Ohio will prevail with the Republicans and overperform with the Senate and obviously the presidency. Any other lean Republican? No. Okay, now let's do tilt D. Tilt D for the Senate. I would say Wisconsin and Michigan. I think Wisconsin and Michigan are still going to go to the Dems. I think it'll be very, very close, even with the presidential race. I think it'll be tilt D and tilt D. I think both of them will be close by the minuscule there is. It could be like 2016. I believe in 2016, Wisconsin and Michigan were both really, really close with the Senate races. So I do think it'll happen the same way. I can't exactly remember, but I know Wisconsin and Michigan were close in 2016 with something. It wasn't the presidential. It was either governor or Senate. But either way, I do think that's how it's going to end up with tilt D on both, and no matter what. But we'll see what happens. Anything can change. And I think that's all the tilt D in my opinion. Now let's do tilt red. So I'm going to put Nevada in the tilt red. I think Nevada... Now, there obviously has been a lot of polling saying Nevada is going to the Dem, but I think Nevada is going to be a little bit different. Like, I think Republicans are going to overperform in Nevada and actually take the Senate seat. So I do think Nevada will go to the Republicans by a very, very minuscule margin because Trump will be winning the state by a decent margin, in my opinion. So I do think they will barely win the Senate. I think they will win the Senate, but barely. Now, Arizona is a different beast. You never know what Arizona is going to do because their Senate races, like they just want to go Dem most of the time. So it's very hard to tell. Now, Nevada usually do the same, but this year just seems different to me. But that's how I feel about Nevada. I think it'll be tilt Republican. Then Maryland. I'm officially going to say this. I don't think I said this last month, but if I did, I'm just going to repeat it again. Maryland, I do think will go tilt Republican. It could even be lean Republican. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because their former governor, Larry Hogan, is running, and a lot of polling has came out that Larry Hogan is going to win. So I do think Larry Hogan actually could win Maryland. Like, he realistically can win Maryland now. And in my opinion, I think he will win Maryland's Senate race. Like, I think it's actually accurate. Now, he is a rhino. He is definitely a rhino, so it kind of sucks having him in there. But at the same time, you can pick up another Senate seat, even if it is a rhino. So it's a good thing for Republicans at the same time. So I do think Larry Hogan does pick up that Senate seat. He will pick up that Senate seat, and it will be 54-46 Republican. And I believe I had 53 last month. I don't think I put Maryland in the Republican column last month, but I am officially going to do it now because I do think Hogan is officially going to get the support he needs to win the Senate race. Now, obviously, Larry Hogan is a rhino, so it isn't a huge win, but it does help obviously the majority in the Senate, and it does help Republicans and stuff like that for basic issues and get everything moving in Congress and all that sort of thing. So the toss-up races, in my opinion, as of right now, are Maryland, Nevada, Wisconsin, and Michigan. The ones that are the most realistic to go Republican are definitely Maryland and Nevada. Wisconsin and Michigan, I think they might go D no matter what, but anything can happen. Anything can change by election day. You never know what's going to happen. But in my opinion, it'll be 54-46, and we'll have a decent majority in the Senate, and it'll be a good thing, you know. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my Senate prediction. Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? I try to think through my picks while I was picking them. Some of it is just very hard to tell with certain things. The Senate races are very hard to predict with certain races, especially when it comes to Arizona and Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada, Maryland. Like, they're very hard to predict, like, accurately, because Arizona usually goes with the Dem. But at the same time, Arizona could get really, really close with a Republican. You never know. Now, Nevada, I think, is going to switch. I don't know. It's just very, very complicated. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, like this video. Let me know in the comments how you felt about the prediction video. Do you think it'll be different than what I think? Just let me know in the comments. I would do a house prediction video, but I don't know. I just don't think I'm very educated with doing a house prediction. I saw someone in the comments saying something about a house prediction once, and I've seen a lot of YouTubers do them, but I just don't see. I'm just very bad at like remembering certain people. So a house prediction probably is out of my league as of right now. Even with the Senate, like I can remember the people, but I can't remember their names. But when it comes to the House, like I don't really know too many people unless it comes to my state or like certain people, like maybe like Matt Gaetz or something. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys about that, just to let you guys know it's pretty hard to do a house prediction. So maybe eventually down the line, I probably will do a house prediction because I'll probably know more about politics and know more people in the House and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, guys.